When inspecting a mobile home for potential lightning damage, begin with a thorough visual inspection, checking both the exterior and interior. On the exterior, examine the roof, siding, and ground rods for signs of lightning strikes. Look for charred or melted areas, holes, or broken shingles. Inside the mobile home, look for any signs of electrical arcing, such as blackening around outlets, scorched wires, or damaged appliances. Inspect the water pipes and fixtures for any signs of damage or pitting, which could indicate lightning-induced electrical surges. Move on to electrical testing. Use a grounding tester to ensure the mobile home is properly grounded, as a poor ground can increase the risk of lightning damage. Examine the electrical panel and replace any tripped or blown breakers or fuses, as a lightning strike can cause these devices to trip or blow. Take voltage measurements at multiple outlets and fixtures to check for any abnormalities. Lightning can cause voltage spikes or dips. If available, consider using specialized equipment. An electrical signature analyzer can be used to identify any hidden electrical damage or interference caused by lightning. An infrared camera can detect heat signatures from damaged electrical components that may not be visible to the naked eye. Additionally, consider other factors. Interview the homeowner thoroughly about the incident to determine if they witnessed any lightning strikes or unusual electrical events. Check if there are any insurance claims or reports related to lightning damage. If you are unable to determine the cause of the problem, consult a licensed electrician with experience in lightning damage assessment. In determining the cause, compare the results of your inspections and tests to the homeowner's account and the handyman's claims. Consider the location and extent of the damage. Lightning strikes typically cause widespread damage, while a localized issue may indicate another cause. Look for evidence of tampering or repairs that could have been done after the incident to conceal damage. It is vital to begin with a detailed assessment of the mobile home's exterior. Begin by examining the roof thoroughly. Look for any signs of direct lightning strikes, such as charred or melted spots. Pay close attention to the areas around vents, antennas, and other metallic components, as these are common points of impact. Also, check for displaced or broken shingles, which can indicate a nearby strike. Move to the siding and inspect it for any burn marks, cracks, or holes. These signs can be subtle, but are crucial indicators of a lightning strike. Also, check the condition of the paint or finish for any discoloration or blistering. Don't overlook the ground rods. These rods are critical for grounding the electrical system and should be inspected for damage. Look for signs of corrosion, bending, or breakage. Ensure the ground rods are securely connected to the grounding wires. Now transition to the interior inspection, focusing on electrical components and wiring. Start by examining all electrical outlets. Look for blackening or scorching around the outlets, which indicates electrical arcing. Use a flashlight to inspect the inside of the outlet boxes for burnt wires or damage to the receptacle itself. Next, inspect the wiring. Look for any wires that appear scorched, melted, or have damaged insulation. Pay close attention to areas where wires pass through walls or ceilings, as these are potential weak points. Check the condition of the wire connectors and junctions, ensuring they are secure and show no signs of overheating or corrosion. The plumbing system can also provide clues. Lightning strikes can induce electrical surges that affect metal pipes. Inspect the water pipes and fixtures for any signs of damage, such as pitting, corrosion, or leaks. Check the pipe joints and connections for any signs of separation or damage. Don't forget to examine the appliances. Look for any signs of damage, such as burnt components or unusual smells. Check the power cords and plugs for any signs of arcing or melting. Turn your attention to the electrical panel. This is a critical component of the electrical system and should be inspected carefully. Begin by examining the circuit breakers and fuses. Look for any that are tripped or blown. Replace any damaged breakers or fuses with new ones of the same rating. Check the panel for any signs of overheating, such as discoloration or melting. Look for any loose connections or damaged wiring within the panel. Next, conduct electrical testing to assess the integrity of the electrical system. Start by using a grounding tester to verify that the mobile home is properly grounded. A poor ground can significantly increase the risk of lightning damage. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for using the grounding tester and ensure that the readings are within the acceptable range. Then, use a multimeter to take voltage measurements of various outlets and fixtures throughout the mobile home. Check for any voltage spikes or dips, which can indicate electrical damage. Compare the voltage readings to the expected values and investigate any abnormalities. In some cases, specialized equipment can be used to detect hidden electrical damage. An electrical signature analyzer can identify subtle electrical anomalies that may not be visible to the naked eye. This device can detect interference or damage caused by lightning strikes. An infrared camera can be used to detect heat signatures from damaged electrical components. This can help identify components that are overheating or have internal damage. While inspections and testing are essential, gathering information from other sources can provide valuable insights. Conduct a thorough interview with the homeowner to gather information about the incident. Ask about any lightning strikes they may have witnessed, as well as any unusual electrical events that occurred. Inquire about any previous electrical problems or repairs that have been done to the mobile home. Check for any insurance claims or reports related to lightning damage. These records can provide valuable information about the extent of the damage and any repairs that have been made. If you are unable to determine the cause of the problem, consult a licensed electrician with experience in lightning damage assessment. A professional electrician can provide a more in-depth inspection and testing of the electrical system. They can also offer expert advice on the best course of action. When trying to determine the cause of the problem, compare the results of your inspections and tests to the homeowner's account and any claims made by the handyman. Look for any inconsistencies or contradictions that may provide clues about the cause of the damage. Consider the location and extent of the damage. Lightning strikes typically cause widespread damage, while a localized issue may indicate another cause. Look for evidence of tampering or repairs that may have been done after the incident to conceal damage. This can include mismatched wiring, replaced components, or signs of recent work. To summarize, one must begin with a visual inspection of the exterior. This involves a careful examination of the roof for charred or melted areas around vents and antennas, as well as checking for broken or displaced shingles. The siding should be inspected for burn marks, cracks, or holes, and the ground rods should be checked for corrosion, bending, or breakage. Secondly, you would need to move to the interior and inspect the electrical components and wiring. This includes checking outlets for blackening or scorching, inspecting wires for damage, and examining plumbing for pitting or corrosion. Also, appliances should be checked for any signs of burning smell. Thirdly, examining the electrical panel looking for trip breakers and blown fuses are important. Next would be electrical testing, the grounding system, and voltage measurements, which is the fourth point. This involves using a grounding tester to ensure the home is properly grounded and taking voltage measurements at outlets to check for abnormalities. Fifthly, in some situations one might use specialized equipment. An electrical signature analyzer can identify hidden damage, and an infrared camera can detect heat signatures from damaged components. Sixthly, one should gather additional information. Interview the homeowner about the incident and review any insurance records related to lightning damage. Seventhly, if necessary, consult a professional. A licensed electrician with experience in lightning damage assessment can provide expert advice and a more in-depth inspection. Finally, make a conclusion by comparing the inspection results, accounts from the homeowner and handyman, and the location and extent of the damage to determine the cause. In conclusion, a thorough and systematic approach is essential for inspecting a mobile home for lightning damage. By combining visual inspections, electrical testing, gathering information, and seeking expert advice, one can accurately determine the cause of the problem and ensure the safety of the mobile home.